As a child, the first song that I ever memorized and knew, I can sing it today, was the Cretin-Rouser.
Derham Hall was just a shining star when I went there. The hallways just seemed imbibed with joy, and any corner you went, there was something kind of fun going on.
What turned into Cretin-Derham Hall, I mean, was totally different from Cretin, totally different from Derham.
But it just made so much sense from all kinds of standpoints. And it has proven itself to be a great wedding, you know, between these two schools.
Go Raiders!
I felt that the sisters were really asking us to expand our knowledge of God. You could find God everywhere, including art, in other people, in nature, in, you know, animals, and that then turned into, how do you care for that?
Teaching at a Catholic school, and specifically with the charisms of the Sisters of St. Joseph and the Christian Brothers, it just offers us a really solid foundation to be able to offer students the opportunity to learn.
Oftentimes in class when a kid struggles, I often say, you do the work and I'll do the praying. So just the idea of being able to talk about God in prayer openly is something that's very important.
It made me want to make sure that he had that in his life too, because it kind of ties back to the community that you get. And so having him be a Catholic or member of the Catholic Church is, I think, something that's important for both of us and helps create those values that CDH has helped instill in us.
Class of 79, go Raiders!
CDH has, you know, probably offered me the most opportunity of anything that I've done in my life. You know, it started out as a student.
But definitely the classes at CDH definitely push you to excel in your academics. Translates over to college, and college translates over to my career.
To learn about kind of why we're here and to focus on some of those important issues that the sisters and brothers, you know, bring to our community, I think that's important.
Like all my football coaches, all my teachers, some of my friends, like some of my best friends are, I'd say, are big time leaders in their jobs or if they're still playing sports. And so I really do feel like we build well-rounded leaders here.
I would do anything to give back to CDH, who gave me so much. So I jumped at the opportunity to be able to help coach the girls hockey team. It was a fun experience for me. And then from there, I also got the opportunity to coach the boys hockey team as well for a few years.
Sure, academics was part of the agenda, but to me that was not as important as just kind of being their friend and giving them space to be who they are.
I love what I do. I mean, I wouldn't be here for as long as I've been here if I didn't love it.
I think that's where it's really stayed the same, is just the passion of those teachers just putting out phenomenal kids every year and the passion to do it for a lifetime.
Go Raiders!
No matter how big it was, you never felt like you were alone. People will come up to you and they'll ask you if you had a good day, if you needed someone to talk to, if you needed help with schoolwork. You know, people were always willing to help in one way or another.
People came up to me saying, hey, you want to come stay with us? Stuff like that. So I felt really happy knowing those people that are really accepting and take me in, like as one of their own.
The lifelong friendships that you create, to me, are unmatched anywhere else. Even the memories I have of coaches and teachers and the impact they made on me are so great that I would love for anybody else to be able to experience that.
Once you graduate from Cretin-Derham, you're kind of in a club, and there's certain doors that open. You don't really know that until you've been through a place like this.
I was coming through here like 3 years ago and I see myself like tweaked out. I was like, let's go. When you graduate, you're still in the family. You're not forgotten.
They just care, you know, it's just, I'm sure every school has a network, but I don't know if people care as much and treat alumni, you know, as a family and as a community.
Greatest school in all the land!
The students actually experience their faith through service. For them, That's where they see church and that's where they see God. It's in the emotions and the feelings.
They push you to try a lot of new things. Like I look back and I'm like, if I would have looked at my Cretin-Derham Hall resume, you know, going into college, it was so unique and vast.
It made me realize that there are individuals that aren't as fortunate as me, and I grew, my perspective grew, I broadened my horizon, and I feel that's what makes you a better individual.
They're asking really to think and to think through issues with a sense of values and how can they contribute back and how are they going to make a difference in the future.
Cretin-Derham Hall, class of 2006. Go Raiders!
And we had just people from different suburbs and different backgrounds, and everyone at the end of the day, it was just kind of one big family.
Having experienced other people's cultures, other people's stories have kind of made us a better school and has given us a better worldwide perspective.
Stuff that challenges you in life, you always know there's something bigger and a purpose. I think looking back at that, I think Cretin-Derham really instills that. And so even when you do hit hardship or what have you, I feel like it's a little easier knowing that that's instilled in you.
63. That's easy to remember.
Everyone has, you know, different opinions and perspectives, but we all came from the same kind of value set here at Cretin-Derham Hall.
I was really worried about like how they're going to accept me and how can I fit in this big school coming from a little school. But I was like, as soon as I met my first teacher, we just instantly connected.
They taught us that everybody was equal. You hear now the sisters talk about, you know, it's the community of the great love of God. Everybody was equal.
Once a student graduates from Cretin-Derham, hopefully they've learned how to be kind, how to be empathetic towards the other.
Meeting anybody outside of school who is also a fellow Cdh alum treats you and respects you the same way they would as a family member. So that to me is something that you can't get outside of Cdh.
I wouldn't ever do it again any differently. It was perfect the way it was. But it goes by so fast too that you don't realize you really need to cherish the moment.
I didn't expect this great of an outcome. Now we are very excited to be creating a continued legacy.
Yeah, we have all these shared memories together, and coming back here, you just like remember everything, and all the memories start flooding back in, and it's such a good feeling. We always talk about high school as like the best time of our lives.
It's not Derham Hall anymore. It's not Cretin anymore. It's Cdh. Even though we have a past, this is the present.
It's time to bring everyone together, and I think it'll be fun to have one big Cdh party.
We're all the same community, so it's all one.